Hello everyone, welcome to Open Up, a Mighty Feels series about communication. My name is Ten, and today we're going to talk about dealing with awkward comments. These are just a few phrases that can help you say something when you don't really want to say a lot. How you deal with awkward comments is entirely up to you. Sometimes it's worth having a longer discussion, particularly if you're talking with someone who's creating a mutually supportive relationship with you. Other times, it's not worth drawing attention to the comment at all. It can either elongate an unpleasant interaction and leave us feeling worse, or just isn't worth our energy. But if we feel the need to say something in reply, here are 5 ideas for what you can say and why they might be helpful. Number 1, wow. Wow expresses surprise, and depending on how you say it, can express a multitude of other things, including disappointment and judgment. Now, I'm usually a proponent of non-judgmental communication, but if someone's being awful to you, it's okay to judge that as being unfair or inappropriate, even if you understand where that person might be coming from a place of fear or from a place of hurt. Fact is, they're still being hurtful, and you're allowed to say, wow. Number 2, what a thing to say. Again, depending on how you say it, this one can express a lot, but this one's definitely showing that you have an opinion on what the other person has said. Especially if you're not invested in the topic, playfully saying, wow, what a thing to say, can keep the conversation light. What I like about it is rather than telling someone outright that you think they did something wrong, which could invite argument, this phrase allows someone to ignore it and move on, or reflect a little bit on the impact they might have had. Number 3, I'm not sure I agree with you on that. This can be the end or start of a conversation depending on who you're talking to. But if they follow up and you're not into having a conversation, you can say something like, I haven't made up my mind yet. The point is that you're not fully committing to a discussion or expressing your deep thoughts and feelings about a topic, but you are expressing a little bit about your initial thoughts and feelings. Number 4, this one's my favorite. It's just, ooh, no thanks. This works in a million different contexts. It's just a really easy way to just reject an entire concept. Try it out. It works even if it doesn't make sense. I don't like your outfit. Ooh, no thanks. Pink is only for girls. Ooh, no thanks. Number 5, okay. Or just, okay. It acknowledges that something was said but doesn't get into your feelings about it and doesn't continue the conversation. It's a perfect closed statement. So why might we use these phrases? Being able to express that what someone said had an impact on us without getting into a whole discussion can help us feel like we're not just there absorbing other people's unwanted opinions or comments. It can be a step towards setting boundaries or just a precursor to a larger conversation if we want that, or it can just be one and done and that's it, we've said what we've said. Or it can just be a way to remind ourselves that we had a reaction and we want other people to know that we had that. So that's it for this episode. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for watching. I would love to hear what your favorite phrase was out of these 5, or if you have one that really works for you, I want to hear about it. Patrons this week get a few extra phrases on Patreon, so if you want to be a part of that, head on over there, patreon.com. I am Mighty Feels. I can also be found on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok if you want to find me and find different content on those places. And that's all. You're great. I hope you feel great. And thanks for watching.